Underneath every modern website lies a hidden architectural skeleton. This is what we call HTML, or Hypertext Markup Language. It is the structural system used to organize content on the web, defining exactly where elements sit before any design is applied. To understand the roles of web technology, think of a website as a human body. JavaScript acts as the brain for logic, CSS provides the skin and design, and HTML provides the underlying bone structure. HTML specifies that a piece of text is a heading or a paragraph, but it does not determine its color or behavior. Computer scientist Tim Berners-Lee created HTML in 1991. At its inception, the language served a narrow academic purpose. It allowed scientists to share documents containing only text and simple hyperlinks. The language evolved significantly with the arrival of HTML5. This update moved the web past simple documents, introducing native support for video, audio, and the responsive layouts required for the modern mobile era. Every visual layer and interactive feature of a modern web application depends entirely on the integrity of this structural foundation. Every web page begins with the boilerplate. This is the minimum set of tags required to initialize a document. It starts with a declaration that tells the browser it is reading HTML5 code. Code divides into two sections. The head branch contains metadata for the machine. The body branch holds visible content. Reading this, the browser builds a document object model, or DOM, a hierarchical tree where the body node spawns child nodes for text and images. The browser executes this markup linearly. It translates your text tags into this tree structure in the exact order they appear in the file. This process transforms a sequence of text into an engineered hierarchy, establishing the order in which data reaches the end user. HTML operates using tags. Most function as containers, requiring opening and closing syntax to define content boundaries. Leaving a container tag open forces the software to guess your intent. This frequently results in the layout collapsing as elements overlap incorrectly. Some elements use self-closing tags. These do not contain text. Instead, they are used to embed external media or insert structural breaks directly into the page flow. Attributes inject specific data into tags. An image tag uses a source attribute, SRC, telling the browser the exact file path to display. We also add the alt attribute for text descriptions, ensuring screen readers can describe images, making the site accessible. Professional code remains legible to machines, ensuring the content is accessible to both search algorithms and assistive technology. A common beginner mistake is div soup. This happens when developers use generic division tags to wrap every single block of content on the page. A generic div layout provides no context to the browser. To fix this, we use Semantic HTML, replacing generic containers with descriptive tags. We use header for the top, nav for links, article for main content, and footer for the bottom. This approach improves search engine optimization, as crawlers can easily identify the most important parts of your page. It also results in a cleaner codebase that is easier for teams to maintain. While messy code may render visually, semantic structure is the standard that separates amateur work from hireable development. To move beyond static documents, we use the form element. This is the primary tool for collecting data from a user. Within a form, the behavior of an input tag is determined by its type attribute. By changing this one attribute, we can tell the browser to accept standard text, validate an email address, or obscure characters for a password. Once the user provides their data, a submission button is required to package that information and transmit it to the server. Adding these interactive elements transforms a web page from a simple brochure into an active application. We have now established the full structural foundation, a semantic layout with accessible imagery and interactive data collection points. By prioritizing structure and semantics, we have built a clean DOM that avoids common beginner traps. Currently, this HTML document contains only the raw underlying bone structure. To complete the interface, we must finally apply the skin. In the next stage, we will use CSS to target these HTML tags, controlling their colors, typography, and visual animations. Mastering web development begins with this deep respect for the structural integrity of HTML.